Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom! Today we're not actually doing Tower of Doom, however, we are claiming the very last reward from it. Of course, our guild, as we saw earlier, we're going to be able to get enough to finish it out today. And with that, we get ourselves— Whoa! A major orb of glory! That's the best drop. Well, other than the pet orb, but honestly, I kind of like this more than the pet orb. It's a 1% higher chance. This is 2%. Pet orb is 1% off of a major. Yeah, there we go. What a way to start. Nice. Been a while since we got a good drop from those. Also, let me go update the number. We have them there for a reason. Let's keep updating them. It's almost the 1 year mark, too. We kept track of mimics for a year, too. And it's almost time for the 1 year mark of the orbs. The new orbs. It feels like they've been out forever at this point, but it hasn't even been a year yet. Also, is the chat above me not working again? Why is it like doing that sometimes? But anyways, hello Florian, hello Lester, hello Bill, hello Emernator, hello Supplement. Let's see, hello, hello Draco, hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so today, things we're going to be focusing on. Of course, we got a new bounty, troop. I think I'm going to go try for the tier 4 method this time to save 300 gems. This is basically when you buy just the first 4 tiers, which comes out to 410 gems instead of 710 gems. We've been spending gems on so many various activities that I kind of want to cut it down a little bit. This will require us to use 2 blue orbs to max it out. However, this should still be enough to complete out the event. We just won't be able to do it by the end of tonight. We'll simply have to get, over the course of the weekend. So we'll use every sigil that we have today and still will not be able to make it. But that's pretty much the game plan, and Underspire. Probably the main 2 things. And if we do still have some time, we're probably going to focus on opening some vault keys. As we still haven't really cracked many opens since the... Actually, have we cracked any opens since last vault weekend? I'm not sure if we have. But definitely need to. So we should be good to go just with a tier 4. And from the tier 4, we simply go over to our troops. Make sure to ascend it first, because that'd be very important to do. Don't use the orbs beforehand. So we want to ascend it all the way to Epic, as that's as far as we can go with that upgrade. And then use 2 blue orbs on it, blue orb number 1, and then blue orb number 2. And that saves us a little bit of gems. And now we go and fully trade it, fully level it. And we have ourselves a maxed out little tree guy. And I don't believe this gives us any upgrade to Forest of Thorns. Mostly because Forest of Thorns, I believe, is already bottlenecked. Yeah, it is. It's one of those kingdoms that's bottlenecked by the needs level 18 kingdom thing. So, yeah, that's still the case. A lot of them are that way. Almost every kingdom that is stuck at 26, or actually every kingdom that is stuck at 26, it is because of the Forest of Thorns, or not the Forest, but the level 18 requirement, as that requires a bunch of deed books, and there are barely any in the game. No, I do not want that offer. Okay, anyways, next, let's go and, where should we even start? I guess we'll start with Bounty Hunter. So we got ourselves the max troop. Let's go get the Bounty Hunter team. Let's copy paste it from here. Oh yeah, I can't copy paste it until I put the little new guy in there. And I already forget what he's called, but I know he's from Forest of Thorns, so I'll go drag him from there. And that'll be the easiest way to go and get him. Forest of Thorns, big tree guy, big tree guy, big tree guy. There we go. Alright, that's the team. Pretty standard, copy paste, and then just put it right into our bounty. And we should be good to go. Put that right in there. And there we go. So, Treekin, it gains a bunch of attack and armor, and then converts 4 brown gems to entangled gems, which actually, now that I think about it, entangled gems are a new mechanic. I think I mentioned this during the stream on Sunday. However, I don't think I actually mentioned it on the Monday video, but yeah, this guy does come in with a new power gem, technically. It's one of the ones that we've had quite a few of. Basically a status effect related one correlated to a color. I'm not sure what color this will ultimately end up being. I assume it is either brown or green. Brown would be no convert value whatsoever. Green would be a little bit better value if it did. It would make more sense if it was green, but we'll find out in a second, as I actually don't know. I assume it's green, but there are quite a few things that convert into itself color-wise, so it might not be. Let's go cast them the second we can, and we'll find out. Alright, I'll take that first. Get a little bit of poke. We are going to block him so much on mana by doing that. Also, I should probably prioritize denying some yellow, just in case that Valraven feels like escaping. Here we go, Valraven, hold that for us. He's enchanted right now, so we get to see what it is right here. Unfortunately, we don't have the Cascade. I'll just let him have this distraction. And they are green! Nice, okay. So that does get some value, and here's a good old Surian with the thing. This gem will inflict entangle on a random enemy, reducing their attack to 0 until they recover. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what you'd expect from it. It is exactly what you would expect from such a gem. And I will go kill it out. And that is nice that it is green and not brown, as that does actually give it convert value, since it does itself use green, whereas it does not use brown itself. Though brown would help to Grokky, but you know, if you're converting the same color to same color, it wouldn't actually give you any value towards that color. Whereas converting a color to a different color does give you value, as there's a chance you might get alignment from it. And you also know where those gems are, so you can kind of test it based on that and see if it's worth doing. Because if there's a bunch of brown next to a bunch of greens, then you know, you'll have a better chance of extra turning, or at least gaining some mana from it, if nothing else. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Isabel. Hello, NASA. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Using too many gems, he says, with a stack of 25k gems. Hey, we had 28k like just the other week, so we're still burning through them pretty quickly. We're throwing like an extra 1,000 every week doing, what's it called these days? Also, why did I take that when we had the extra turn? But we're throwing an extra 1,000 doing Underspire. And we'll be getting to that in soonish, as I do want to see where our path is going to go. We only have one path that we can go down at the moment. We're still trying to see if we can get the triple perfect. So far, last week and this week, we've only had a double perfect. And of course, we're still trying for that triple or better. And we still have 2 whole areas where we can try to hit it in. Though the final area is the absolute hardest to do it in, just because there's actually 2 boss rooms, technically, in the final area. Well, oh yeah, technically. But then again, that doesn't actually make the rooms any harder, though. Because the position of the other thing would still be the same, so never mind, yeah. It would actually be the same difficulty doing the final one. Because you can consider the final boss room as just the path you would normally be going down anyways, down the key door. So it's technically not you needing to find 2 boss rooms. It's you needing to find the key door and the boss room, which is, you know, the same as every other location. Even though technically you fight 2 bosses, in theory you're fighting a boss and a key door. And that key door just happens to lead to a boss, unlike the other key doors that just lead you to the next section. But yeah, it's always been a method to run Tier 4. The reason you normally don't see me running Tier 4 Bounty Hunter is, well, for one, you can save more blue orbs. But the main reason being is it allows us to finish it on Friday. If you buy Tier 5, you can finish on Friday. But Tier 4 can never finish on Friday. Even if we get perfect Valraven luck, I believe it is still like 30, 40,000 short or something. Somewhere around there. But of course, you get free battles tomorrow. You get free battles on Sunday. So even though we won't be able to finish today, we will be able to finish before the end of the weekend, which is the main thing that matters. So instead of being able to finish it all at once, we're saving 300 gems by doing it a little bit later down the weekend, which isn't too big a deal. And the only other thing it costs us is 1 single blue orb. Or technically 2 instead of 1. Because the other method uses 1 to save like 500 gems or something. Whereas you can use 2 to save like 700 gems or so, whatever it is. Because you save 300 from that one, 400 from the next tier. And that final tier you just don't need regardless. Also, I just realized they didn't have a mass buy option thingy for Bounty Hunter. They didn't actually change anything with it. We don't have any of the shiny keys. Actually, the loot for it's not looking as good in that sense. Because you don't get shiny keys from it. You don't get any other unique newer resource. Your best luck is the double major orb at the end. Still the main reason for doing Bounty Hunter. That and the max troop. One of the reasons I even still go for Bounty Hunter is the max troop that you get at the end. Or not at the end, but at the beginning, like right as you start. This guy right here. Because this is now another troop maxed out for a kingdom. So one step closer to, you know, maxing it out in the future. And just slightly annoying to get them in the future, so figured might as well do it now. Because if you don't do it now, you know, you have to randomly try to get 1 billion copies of it later down the line. And it's just way more convenient to do it this way. Hello, Mr. Z! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, what do we need here? We'll go for the little dash. Also, I see they fixed the ogre issue that we had last Bounty Hunter. I almost forgot about that. But yeah, last Bounty Hunter, as many of you may recall, is they had a bit of a glitch. And that glitch made it so every battle was 4 ogres, which was probably the easiest Bounty Hunter we have ever had in the history of Bounty Hunters. So hopefully the battle isn't too bad on the final. Fire Lizard would actually be a really scary one to see there. Just because it actually has infinite loop into itself. Oh wait, no it doesn't! I forgot! They nerfed him! Ha! Never mind, Fire Lizard's not a threat. I forgot. They changed his ability from Crate 7 Red to Crate 3 Burning. When they did a bunch of the Broken Spire rework, he was one of the main ones they buff nerfed, where they tried making him better by making him worse, as they tend to do. And sometimes they make things worse by making it better. But he was one of the ones that they tried to make better that they made worse. He used to have a 7 red gem spawn, and now he has a 3 red gem spawn, effectively. Yes, they're burning gems, but his extra turn rate is basically 0 now, that he doesn't have the extra gem creation. Of course, 7 wasn't, like, a huge amount, but it was sure better than 3. Hey, Valraven's cool. Oh, I wanted that yellow. I was going to deny it, so we couldn't take it. I guess to some degree we still did through the explosion. But not the way I wanted to. Alright, we don't have anything to take there. Let's take the brown, get Tagraki on him, get him out of the way just so we don't have to deal with it in case he somehow finds a 5 times yellow. We'll say green. One more skull, one more damage, one more anything? No, that's not going to be it. We'll just take that and he's dead. Up. Oh, wait. 1 HP? What are you doing with 1 HP? That's not allowed. How do you survive with 1 HP? There we go. Now you have 0. You have 50,000 gems, and you're always saving them because when they're gone, they're gone. So you're not going to spend money on... Yeah, I haven't bought in gems in this game since, like, 5 years or 6 years. I did initially when the game started because gems were, like, way more scarce back in, like, 2014, 2015. And then for the longest time, they became, like, absurdly common. And then they did a bunch of rework to how guilds work, and then they became really rare again. And over time, even though we're kindly still in that really rare state, they have gotten a bit more common over time, in the sense that they're still not at the peak gem rate that you used to be able to get way back in the day from guilds. But we are in a weird situation where tribute just keeps getting better and better and better. So, you know, that makes gems per hour better. So if you're taking a bunch of tributes, the amount of gems you're getting keeps going up as time goes on. As new kingdoms come out, it goes up as kingdoms get higher power level, which is almost every week. Although a lot of them are bottlenecked on deeds, but still, as that happens, they go up. But, yeah, gems... The problem is they keep adding gem sinks. So, of course, there's always new things to spend gems on. Some of them more worthwhile than others. Like, I would actually place Bounty Hunter as one that's starting to fall off in value. I would still say it's worth it, especially your free battles. Hopefully I at least do the free battles, of course. But I still do this event mostly because of the max troop. If it wasn't for the max troop, like if you got no new troop from Bounty Hunter, you know, if it was just the rewards from the mode itself, I actually probably would almost skip it. But the fact that you get a max troop while just buying the tiers kind of makes it worth it. Because the annoyance of having to get that max down the line is just way too much compared to just doing it during the event. And since you already bought enough to max it, you might as well do the actual event to go claim the orbs and everything. Be a waste not to. Plus, it only takes like 2 hours these days, or an hour. Which, how long does Bounty Hunter normally take? Like an hour, right? Haven't we been getting it down? I don't remember. I know way back in the day, Bounty Hunter felt like it took like 4 hours. And over time, it just keeps getting easier and easier. Just because your stats keep getting higher, whereas the enemy stats has always been the same for this mode. So over time, like several modes in the game, it actually just keeps getting easier over time. Like Underspire 500s, not even the Pure Faction. The Pure Faction was always really hard. But even just the non-Pure Faction was actually slightly difficult when when Underworld first came out. And nowadays, you know, with what currently exists, with the stats that exist, the troops that exist, it is super easy. You have access to so many insta-kills, so many scaling options. Literally barrier on hero. There's just a lot of things that can deal with it very conveniently that we didn't have in the past. And as NASA mentioned, if you feel free to leave a like on the stream, helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. I still have not gotten more cat or dog codes from, or not more, but some, from Jetto yet. Though I didn't check in the last few hours, so you know what, let me go check one more time. As this is around the time when she would normally send it. Actually, the time she would normally send it is like the second I click stop stream button. But let's see if she has sent it right now. As right now in Australia, it's like almost noon, like near their area. So who knows, let's go check again. Maybe they have sent us the codes. Because otherwise, all I have left are a few Sharkies. Loading. Gosh, why does Discord take so long to load? Loading. Nope, still no more codes. Oh, what's his name was mentioning me though. Oh, you got level 2 Jeweled Golem, nice. Exploded gem, then create. Oh, it does exactly what I thought it would. Remember on Monday when I said the extra effect of Jeweled Golem is likely that it will create one more extra wild card? Well, its effect is that it gets to create one more extra wild card. Oh, that's really funny. I had a feeling it would be, based on what the other one was. Oh, but that's really funny. That's exactly what it does. It creates 2 wild cards guaranteed instead of 1. That's kind of funny. Well, that makes sense, because that seems like what they're doing for most of them is just they're slightly increasing the thing it was already doing. Rather than giving it any kind of new mechanic or anything else, it's just slightly increasing what it already does. You just did a perfect dungeon run? Nice. We haven't gotten a perfect dungeon run in a while. We've gotten to play Guess That Door quite a bit recently, though. But we keep guessing the wrong door. Let's see. Any shiny troop in-game? Yeah, why can I not read your whole message? Wait, it's not showing me the rest of your message. Can output what it does ahead of time? Wait, what do you mean by that? Any shiny troop in-game? Oh! Oh, you mean the one on Discord? Interesting. So they got that working on Discord to have all the effects? Is there still one not up on Terran's Road? Because I would have expected them to do so. But yeah, the Discord bot. I know what you're referring to. I personally don't ever use it, but I do know what you're referring to. Is there any other location where they're all up at these days? Okay, we'll throw that down. Get our Chikoraki. Alright, 5 more, and then we can spam the final battle. So, hello, JJ. Do I make money from YouTube? Yeah, I make a little bit of ad revenue. Ad revenue has not been that good recently, though. Though, in all fairness, I haven't really been covering that many guide videos on other games. Because, honestly, I've made more money covering not Gems of War on this channel than I have from covering Gems of War. As little as I cover non-Gems of War, I actually have made more money total from everything non-Gems of War related on this channel. Which is kind of insane. But it's mostly because we've had a couple guides for a couple other games that got through the YouTube algorithm. And got like hundreds of thousands of views. Because the average Gems of War video gets like, what, a few thousand? If we do like a really good guide for something. Like, I'm pretty sure the Mythic tier list we covered hasn't even reached 3,000 views yet. That big one that we covered that we were meaning to do for like half a year and finally covered. Let's see. Yeah, Bounty Hunter can normally be done in under an hour. I think we've pretty consistently got it under an hour almost every Bounty Hunter recently. While still going for max points. It does generally require pretty high stats to do so, though. Because depending on where your stats are, you might get a damage cycle a little bit slower. And then you have to go get the entire mana cost back up. Which can slow down things quite a bit. Also, could you imagine if some of these got, like, shinied? So far, how many Bounty Hunter troops got shiny? Does anyone remember? I know Chris Turtle did, obviously. We all got a free one. I can't remember what other... Did any of the other initial 30 shiny any of the Bounty Hunter troops? Because last I recall, none of them were good, if it did, other than Turtle. Because none of the names really stood out to me. Chris Turtle is an interesting option, but I think it having slightly lower mana cost isn't enough to really use it. It does feed mana really well into the other two, but the problem is it's going to compete with Corpse Mirror for who wants mana, and I personally feel like we get more value from having Corpse Mirror than from having slightly more brown on the board. Let's see. I'll throw that one down. Get our... Actually, you know what? I'm going to try for the skull from Sky. See if we can end up getting it. Get our other little Pope. Take the other skull. Take the Tagraki. Why am I casting... What did I just do? Why did I just cast Tagraki on something with no armor? That's not how you use Tagraki. First, his main gimmick is he has armor boost ratio based on their armor for how much true damage he does. Did I bag tier 4 or tier 5? I actually went down the tier 4 route this time. The main reason why I did is mostly because of, oh, what's it called? Mostly because of, Underspire. Because Underspires are starting to take a little bit more of our gems every single week. I end up opting for spending slightly less gems overall. So it costs us 1 more blue ore, but it saves us 300 gems. So I personally feel like that is worth it these days. Especially because the overall loot for this event isn't as good these days now. Now that we get like a whole extra major orb from a standard event, you know, like a standard guild event, it isn't as enticing to get the major orbs from this mode. Like, yes, it's still the same value in a sense, but I don't know, there's just other ways to get it now. Most notably just from your weekly guild event almost every week. So a little bit less value in doing the bounty hunters compared to in the past. But they're still really good to do. I definitely wouldn't skip them. Definitely at least do the free battles, of course. But I still feel like it's worth maxing the troop as well. It's just so convenient having it max initially rather than have to wait down the line in order to end up getting it. You can imagine Isabel could be interested. Interested in what? Oh, I must have missed some of chat. Unless you missed it, you don't think Terran's World shows... Yeah, I didn't see it on Terran's World. I was kind of expecting to be up there. But it makes sense that the Discord bot has it already. But I'm really surprised Discord... I mean, not Discord. I'm surprised that Terran's World doesn't have it yet. Because I was checking it for some graphics the other day for thumbnails, and, yeah, I didn't see the thing there. And it really surprised me. Okay, we'll go for the convert, see if we can get... No! Come on! We could have gotten it there. I'll take the brown. Get our Tigraki down, and we're good to go. You were checking out the trial troops for next week. Queen Ash cannot hit the last surviving troop, since he only hits next to last slot. There are a couple other troops that are kind of like that in the game. And yeah, they tend to not be that good. You know what mechanic really suffers from that? Charm. Charm is a mechanic that's been in the game since the game launched. And it has always suffered from a similar mechanic. And that when there's one troop left or two troops that are separated, it can't actually do any damage. And it was one of those mechanics that was almost dead upon arrival. While there are a few things that use it pretty well, particularly Lust when it came into the game. For the most part, it's a nearly dead mechanic just because of how it applies damage. It is very bad once it gets to the later part of the battle. And there's already so many things that are good at the start of the battle that you don't really need something that's only good at the start of battle and really bad at finishing off the battle itself. Oh, you know what? We'll take the skull there, might as well. Yeah, generally at this point, if they haven't changed it yet on like something like Terran's World, they're probably not going to be changing it when it actually gets into the game, or, you know, by the time it does get into the game. Did I read the Pride Lands comment? Oh gosh, did I miss that much chat? Wait, what did I miss? I don't see a Pride Lands comment. Power level 30. Oh, you maxed out Pride Lands. Nice. Interesting. Very, very nice. That takes a lot of deeds. I did upgrade mine with the intention of eventually doing it, but I did realize after the fact that I might actually not be able to max it until it gets another troop. And the reason being is, even if I do get enough deed books, I don't have the bandit upgraded. And I believe currently, in order to get it maxed without it getting one more troop, you actually do need the bandit to be upgraded. And I think there's still better value in having it not upgraded. So I've still kept mine unupgraded. Though even if I did upgrade it, we still don't have the deeds to finish it off yet. But we're getting there. Let's see. What do we need? For the little poke. Oh yeah, last week's Mythic's not on drop table anymore, by the way. These are finally safe to go open again. Because that really horrible Mythic is no longer in it. Let's take the skull poke and then pop it down for one more little poke. Now let me double check. Did I miss any other chat back there? Let's see. Is this our job? Yeah, pretty much these days. As far as most of my money, I generally just do YouTube these days. Do have a little bit of money invested, but not that much. I live in an area where expenses are relatively low. Like, the minimum wage here is still $7.25, which seems insane because the average place in New Jersey, though New Jersey has such an absurd cost of living because it's not as up in New Jersey, Like, you'll see signs like $20 starting salary. Or, you know, $20 per hour plus. Like, it's kind of insane. Because you go to a random place down here, you'll be lucky if you can find, like, starting at $9. Let's see. What do we need here? Grab, actually, what do we need? We need the other mana. Let's take some bread. It's a good evening, George. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, J Shar. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll take the green over there. Do I make over 30K a year from YouTube? No. I wish. We'd be doing YouTube way more if we were making that much from it. But no, we're not making anywhere near that. Let's see. Take our explosion. The game, Isabel, then. Did you... Wait, what game did Isabel mention? But you can link it to me on Discord. I'll go see what you mean. I'm not sure what game you were referring to earlier. Gosh, I'm missing a lot of chat today, apparently. Every time I look back, it seems like I missed like 5 messages. That's something I have not gotten any better at over the years of doing YouTube. I am still so bad at reading chat. We don't even get that many like chat messages per minute. And I'm still so bad at doing it. It's mostly because of my vision. This just makes it really hard to do. Definitely don't have the best of visions. It's not like the worst out there. Like, obviously I can still see and everything. I'm not like blind. But it's definitely not particularly good vision. This doesn't help that I just read naturally slow. Also, thank you, George, for the 5 gifted. Greatly appreciated. Thank you a ton. Also, I just realized I didn't even look at what this final team is, but it's actually pretty easy. There's no big threat on it. Everything's actually pretty straightforward. The most annoying thing is that they start with a tank, so a little bit annoying to do anything against them. But thanks a ton, George. Every little bit always goes a long way. What do we need here? We'll take that one over. Grab our blue, get our explosion. We'll take a brown to brown. Well, do you message on Discord? Okay, I'll check it after the stream. And when I check it, I'm willing to make a bet I'm going to have a message from Jetto saying, here are the codes. Even though I literally just checked like 10 minutes ago. As soon as I check Discord again after stream, it's going to be her messaging us with the codes. I sure hope so soon, because I'm starting to run out of codes. I think I have like 5 shark codes left. Why am I not using the Phoenicia team? Because you get less points when using Phoenicia. It is quicker, but we are really tight on points since we bought tier 4 instead of tier 5. If we bought tier 5, technically with how few battles how many battles we end up just not using, we technically could be using some quick kill teams that go for like a one-shot wipe everything. However, since we got tier 4, we really want to make sure we maximize on all the points, as the point system for tier 4 is quite a bit tighter compared to buying tier 5 or higher. Like, it's not absurdly tight, but it's tight enough that I don't remember how much leeway we have because I haven't done it in a while. But I'm pretty sure it's like a 6 sigil leeway, which means you can only do that team like maybe 10 battles, I believe. At which point, I don't think you would lose too many points more at that point, or somewhere's around there. With tier 5, you can do it for way more battles, potentially even almost all the battles. We have quite a bit less sigils doing it this way. Like, once we dump down every last battle we have, we're still not going to be there after today. We're going to need the free ones from tomorrow and Sunday to get it. Or definitely the ones from tomorrow. I'm not sure if we'll need the Sunday ones. Because by then, if we get good Valraven luck, we might have enough to finish tomorrow. I haven't done tier 4 in a while, so I'm actually not sure the exact sigil system for it. I remember it being somewhat tight. But I normally go tier 5 instead of tier 4, so I'm not actually sure how much leeway we have. I keep forgetting, we can actually stun with Ogre, so him having immune to, or him having 50% score reduction actually means very little. I'll throw a skull at you, why not? You just paused with Kazuama? Nice, huge. How many more gem dragons do you need, or is that your final one finally? Gosh, that was a nightmare when we went for ours. I'm not sure if we were the unluckiest person in the game, but we went like 4 times over drop rate for one of them that we needed, which was exceedingly not ideal. Probably not the unluckiest, but definitely on the absurdly unlucky side. Like, by the point that we were at, we should have had like a 94% chance to have already had it or something. Something absurd. Oh, wait, that's not a gem dragon? Oh, never mind. Quetzalma! That's the guy that spams a bunch of yellow. Never mind. Oh, that's a pretty good pull. He's one of the better yellow spammers in the game. Yeah, my bad. I thought that was a gem dragon. It's just a yellow spamming bird. And one of the better ones in the game as well. Also, I still to this day, though I haven't really used Quetzalma like a particularly high amount, I still have not seen Quetzalma ever get off a useful revive. I've seen it revive before, and, you know, start with full mana again. But I've never seen it do it in a situation where it actually mattered at all. Like, any situation where it did it, like, it had no impact on the fight. But I really hope we can eventually do that with it. It's a pretty fun troop. Q-bird is what you call it. I just memorize it as the yellow spamming one. And the one that's basically like Infernus. I mean, not Infernus, like Inferno King, I mean. I'd love if we can get like one more skull. Thank you. He took it in a way that we can actually get a skull follow-up. In all fairness, with that many options, I think we almost had guaranteed skull follow-up there. And we should be able to get 2 more Valravens, which should leave us about 60,000 points short. But of course, we have tomorrow's battles, the following day's battles, and that will get us the rest of the way. This will be the first time in a while we don't finish Bounty Hunter on the night of Bounty Hunter. But it's just because we didn't go for Tier 5. Which is the reason we normally go for Tier 5, is just so we can finish it immediately. We'll take it a bit slower this weekend to save 300 gems. It's not like it's going to take us any more time. The time to complete it's still going to be the same. We're just going to have to do it in like 2 or 3 different sessions rather than all at once. Which isn't too big a deal. If anything, I've been starting to get used to that a little bit more since we have to do it for Underspire. Because Underspire is entirely set up like that, where you just get small progress throughout the week. And just kind of keep progressing through it. And I keep mentioning it, but honestly, I still really love Underspire. Like, I already liked it initially. But it has grown on me to definitely be my favorite feature in the game at the moment. For sure. All the money offers surrounding it seem really bad, though. Like, value-wise. But the actual mode itself is pretty fun. And it seems like with all the strategy, you can pretty consistently get under 1,000 gem completion. Unless you get, like, really unlucky, which can still happen. But with every strategy combined, it seems like it's pretty consistent to get under 1,000 gem completions. Which makes it pretty comparable to something like almost Bounty Hunter. Even though we're doing a 410 completion on it. Normally it's like a 710 if you want to get done quicker. Which is decently comparable to what Underworld is, or Underspire, I mean. Also, I'm not sure why I'm targeting those. I'm targeting it like so weirdly today. Let's see. We'll try for Sky Skull. Didn't get it. Oh, we got a different Sky Skull though. Not the one I was aiming for, but I'll take it. Only event you like is Vault Event. Yeah, Vault Events are kind of insane. I do enjoy them, though I find them to be a little stressful at times. Like, they're a lot of fun, especially use the Volkies after, which we haven't really been doing much lately. Though I definitely need to go throw them down tonight. I even have it in the thumbnail. Not the thumbnail, but the title. It says we're going to open some Volkies. Not sure how many, but I do want to open some. But, the timer for the Palooza is always a little stressful. Because most of Gems of War isn't really timed. Like, you know, we could spend as much time as we want on this battle. We can go, like, literally make a sandwich, eat that sandwich, come back, and then we won't get penalized at all in the amount of loot. Like, very few things in Gems of War are, like, time pressurized. The only thing I guess is, like, if you log in and you see a pet with only, like, 5 minutes left, you're gonna rush like crazy to get that pet done. But aside from that, not Bounty Hunter. Vault events, specifically Paloozas, are pretty much one of the only, like, super time-sensitive things in the game. Like, obviously, there are, like, things like dailies, weekly, stuff like that. But I mean, like, really time-sensitive in that there's literally a clock ticking down your last few minutes of completion. Whereas you don't really have that for any other mode, except for if you find a pet battle really late into its cycle. It's, like, the closest equivalents to it. Because most other things are pretty chill as far as how much time you have to complete it. Like Bounty Hunter, you have like 3 whole days. We'll go for that over there. Nice, little extra turn in there. Put that down. Get our explode. I would like a little bit better value somewheres, please. Oh, I should have taken the other way. No. You know, I'm just gonna take a blue. Throw down a little poke. Throw down a little explosion. Y'all seem to love Guild Wars. I don't know. I don't hate Guild Wars. My biggest complaint with There's 2 complaints I have with Guild Wars at the moment. The meta is very exceedingly not ideal. Yeah, I feel like Wand made it slightly better, but gosh, the meta for Guild Wars, like, just Empower in the book, and other just really broken Infinite teams, if not that combination. Like, the overall meta is just so broken right now for every single day, as far as defensive teams. Where sometimes you just lose just because of bad starting board, and you have no way to, like, re-roll your starting board or anything, so there's sometimes you just auto-lose if you don't bring, like, an anti-empower yourself. And even with an anti-empower, it might not be able to anti them correctly. But that's one. And the other one is, unless you're in Bracket 1 Guild War, like we used to be way back in the day, though we're obviously not these days. But unless you're in Bracket 1 Guild War, the loot for Guild War is pretty pitiful. Like, exceedingly pitiful. Compared to other modes within the game. If you buy super into the tiers, you could actually end up losing overall value. If you buy too much into each tier reward. Or, you know, the things that give you, like, more stats. Which is why we only have, like, a tier 3 minimum. Because if we had any higher, you would, like, actively lose gems. Just for partaking in Guild War. Which is kind of insane. The loot system for it's just really bad. It's exceedingly dated. Guild War came out in... Actually, when did Guild War come out, now that I think about it? I actually don't even remember. I want to say sometime between 2.0 and 3.0. I am pretty sure when Guild War occurred. I actually don't remember. It had to have been between then, I believe. Pretty sure, because I'm almost guaranteed traits existed at the time, so it'd have to be after 2.0. And Underworld happened at 3.0, so it had to have been sometime within that time frame, I'm pretty sure. Also, Guild War back in the day used to be every single week. Now it's once every 4 weeks. Can't remember how long that lasted. I want to say for almost a year. It lasted for quite a while, actually. It's one of the reasons why the Guild War number is so high. Like, if we ever do, like, a Guild War title card thing, we're at Guild War number, like, I don't even know. I want to say, like, 1012 or something? Oh, no, we've done a lot of Guild War. Been a lot of... Actually, do I even bother doing that? I think I just do the weekly thingy now these days for whenever we have a Guild War week. Oh, no, I think I still keep counting it up, don't I? Let me go double check. I don't remember. But I know that number is getting really high. We're already at like 120th, 130th Guild War. Speaking of which, don't we have Guild War next week? Isn't the next Guild War like around the corner? Let's see. That's not Guild War. That's not Guild War. Guild War is... yeah, next week. And you can't do anything here. And there's the winners. Who won last week? Black Dragon won. And doesn't even show anything there. That page is so broken compared to before. It used to show you so many data, but it was like glitching out, so now it like shows nothing. Anyways, where were we? Let's go finish up Bounty Hunter, or as far as we can get with what we have. Which unfortunately will not be full completion, but we'll be pretty close. Alright, oh, what do we need here? We'll take a brown, get our explosion, get a pokety poke, pokety poke, pokety poke round 2. Get our explosion, get our destroy over there. $2 for 1 set of 5 lanterns is good value. It actually is. I was talking about the other money reward is not worth it. Like the one that you buy for the upper tier that they have like only every other week for some reason or something. I was more so referring to that one when I was referring to that. But yeah, 5 lanterns for $2 is worth it. More than that, not so much. And you would want to use it on room 1, 2, 4, maybe 5, 6, and 7. And whatever you don't spend, you can end up saving for later. You could either just skip 3, or you can skip 3 and 5. If you skip 5, that gives you 1 extra in case you lose one of the later fights, if you feel like you will. Otherwise, if you feel like you're never going to lose a single fight on the given week, you can use it on all of them except for 3. And that will give you double loot for all of them. Which for $2, compared to what you can spend $2 on in the game, is not too bad. Because you get an extra silver, you get an extra epic vault key, you get an extra bronze, you get an extra pet orb, which is pretty nice. Actually one of the better ones. You get like 50 extra dragonite. I think you get a decent chunk of loot. Relative to other things you can spend $2 on, it's actually really, really good value. Oh, wait! Am I confusing 3.0 with 4.0? Yeah, 3.0 would have been Guild War then. And 4.0 was Underspire then. Oops, my bad. I must have mixed the two. That makes sense. I don't remember, it's been so long. Gosh, 3.0, we're talking like 2016, 2017? It's been a very long time. I still can't believe it. We've almost been playing this game for a decade. Though in all fairness, there's been games I've been playing for longer than that. RuneScape, despite it not being concurrent, I have played for 2 decades. Pokemon, I've played literally since the day it's existed, which, how long is that these days? 25 years? Around there? 24, 25? Because I've been here since the original. I remember watching as a kid the original anime, episode 1. The start to Ash's story and everything. Which actually concluded recently, too. I haven't been keeping up with that anime. But they actually recently, I think last year or earlier this year, I don't remember. They concluded Ash's storyline. He's been going for like 25 years and they killed him. They killed him. Well, they didn't actually kill him, but, you know. They replaced him and his storyline concluded. I'm not sure how, but it did indeed conclude. Which is so sad to hear because, yeah, it went on for like 25 years. Went on for a long run. Valraven, can you go down already? I go throw that down. Okay, we'll take that one over. Yeah, 4.0 is, I believe, when they did Underspire, not Underspire, Underworld. When they started that whole mechanic. It's when they stopped adding kingdoms every single couple months as well. We went from a rate of getting a few kingdoms a year to getting no kingdoms per year instead of just getting a few underworlds per year. You cried so much. Did you actually see it? I stopped watching the anime after like Gen 3 or so, I believe. Like and some of Gen 4, I guess. Everything beyond that, I have no clue what happened. And they did like 9 generations, or 8 generations. And I stopped at like 3.5 or so. So I have no clue what happened in the second half of the life of the Pokemon anime, or whatever you'd want to call it. I don't think some people actually consider it anime, even though it kind of is, kind of isn't. It's like a weird middle ground category. Throw that one down. He's finally free from forever being 12. Though the saddest part is, Ash, I don't think ever got to be an adult, did he? Like, I'm not sure how the series ended, but I'm pretty sure they didn't end with some kind of, like, fast forward to him being in his, like, 20s or something. They killed him off at the age of, like, 12 or 13. Actually, he might have the record for character to maintain, like, the same age for the longest duration of time. Because he was pretty much around, like, the 10 to 12 age for 25 years. Which I'm not sure how that logic works. Normally, if something's the same age forever, it's like age 1,000 or something. But he was age 25 for... Oh, yeah, The Simpsons, that's true. Oh, wait, that's actually really true. Hold up. The Simpsons is still going to this day, too, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't think about that. They've been... Oh, wow. They basically lived an entire life at this point. I kind of forgot about that, yeah. Because when did The Simpsons start? Because that was even before my time as far as when they started. I was like, what, 1980s? Even earlier? I don't even remember. Yeah, they've been going for a long while. And not a single one has pretty much aged a year. Have they ever done a joke episode or any kind of joke in the whole series explaining why they're still the same age? Because I'm curious if they ever have. They had to have by now. If they've been running for several decades, they had to have made at least one joke about the fact that they've been the same age for forever. There's like a meta commentary or like a fourth wall break. 1989? Oh, wow, yeah. So that's what, almost 35 years then? Math. 45. No, I was right the first time. 35. Let's see. Take that one over. Because I've not been paying attention to a single one of these battles, by the way. Big Bird has been sick since the 60s? Has he really? I thought Big Bird was older than that. I guess it's bird years. Because they always had an adult voice voicing Big Bird, haven't they? Like, they never had a kid's voice voicing Big Bird. Actually, does Sesame Street even still run these days? I don't remember watching much of that when I was a kid. Like, I recall seeing it, like, ever so occasionally. But it definitely wasn't a kid show that I saw too much. As far as, like, mascot, like, kid shows, I think the one I saw the most was probably Barney. Also, now I just remembered that one song that Barney has. I partially remember. I forget all the lyrics to it. Let's see, we'll throw that one down. What's it gonna cast? I have no clue where the alignment is. Let's go do enough something. I'll get the poke down over there. Alright, so it's 1987 then. So that makes sense that it started on Fox. Pretty sure I actually did already know that, though I didn't know the exact year. The show that was meant to help unprivileged kids is now on a premium cable channel? Oh, the irony. That's kind of funny. Oh, what do we need now? I'll take that. Get our little bit of gold. I don't really need it, but hey. Gold is gold. I want my 10 gold. Even though it's actually more than 10 gold because all the multipliers apply to it. Come on, skull. No skull. Hey, skull. Good old sky skull. How many more sigils do we have left? One last sigil if we don't get a Valraven here. So as you'll see, we do not actually reach 1 million or 250,000 points. And we're going to be a little bit short. However, of course, tomorrow we get more battles. And then after tomorrow, well, the next day we also get more battles. So even though we're a little bit short right now, Tier 4 does get you there. It's a little bit tight on points, but not super, super tight. As long as you don't lose any Valravens or lose any battles. I think you can comfortably lose 1 or 2 Valravens until the points get tighter. It does have a bit of leeway. I thought, oh gosh, you know the only thing I hate about this gem thing? I keep thinking it's a skull. Because it kind of like has a cross here and a thing in the middle that's almost like a skull. And I know it's supposed to be like a pirate booty thing. But it always reminds me of a skull. Like a different colored skull, and it's like, oh, it's a skull, so I try matching as one, even though it's very much not a skull. It counts as no color gem or anything. But yeah, 195,000. We get how many per day? 4 per day. We're gonna get at least 1 Valraven, so that's 6 per day. 6 per day comes out to how many points are we getting per battle? 6,000. So that's 12. Yeah, we have enough. That's more than enough. Yeah, a little tight. With Valraven luck, it's a little bit higher than that, but yeah. But yeah, it does get you to 250,000 by the end of the week. And that's the only thing we need. Yeah, let's go claim all the rewards we have so far. Anything good? Let's see. Nope. Gosh, what's with all the oranges lately? Come on, something good right here. Something good, something good. Ooh! Remember when we used a major orb of forging during the video on Monday to go upgrade the Doom weapon? Well, we got it back. Look at that. Oh, we already got most of our value back. Oh, we're only missing 1 reward at this point. The final orb. And the Such a Sap title. But anyways, oh, let's go add that to our list. That is 69 forging orbs. Oh no, don't show Lester. What have we done? It's gonna be like that for a while because it's probably gonna be another day or two till we get another forging. Or then again, well, wait, let me go open some vault keys. Maybe I could go change that real quick. But first we gotta go clear some other things. First things first, did I do adventure board yet? No, I did not. All right, let me go clear out basic dailies. Then after basic dailies, we'll go clear out Underspire. And then whatever time we have left, we'll just mess around with... oh gosh, we already been going for almost an hour. We'll still keep going. We'll open up a couple vault keys. Just to try to have not 69 forgings. Gotta get to at least 70. I'm not gonna keep streaming until we do get a forging, but we're gonna open like a couple and see if we can. Just to get it off the number. Otherwise, it's gonna be there for... and pretty much until we open vault keys again. Oh yeah, we never did hand a code yet. Let me go do one. I'm actually a little bit tight on code, so we do have to do only 1 right now. And it is Sharky code, so if any of you guys still need Shark, definitely make sure to go and claim it. Unfortunately, I might not have that many Sharks into the future. I only have 4 codes left. And unless Jetto gets to us soon with more codes, those are our last 4. They are our final 4, but they're also all Shark codes, so if you guys still need it, or if you know of anyone else that does, we still have Sharks every day until we don't. Pretty much 4 more days of Sharks. Until they're all gone. Though we'll be switching to cats and dogs once we do finally get them. And hopefully we won't run out of codes before then. Otherwise we won't have a shark to hand out in the future. full mana. Oops, I'm like spam clicking it. Like, why is it not casting? I wasn't clicking on the right spot. That would maybe help. As Isabel mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys have any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know as well. For now, we'll clear out all the basic dailies. So do this. Dungeons. And then head straight into Underspire. And see if we can do an Underspire today. Oh, is it time to play Guess That Door? It is! Gosh, we're getting a lot of Guess That Doors this week. We have not gotten a single perfect, so let's go click the right door this time. Guess. I just spelled guess wrong. How on earth did I just do that? Guess that door. There we go. 4, 5, 6. There we go. Alright, while we're waiting on that, okay, let's go queue up our Underspire stuff. So first things first, let's go buy how many torches we need. So far we've been buying exactly 150 gems worth of torches every day. And I have been doing this in order to keep a uniform number of torches spent, or gems spent. So we know based on today being Friday, that 5 days, so 5 times 150, means that we have spent 750 gems up to this point on the Underspire this week. So that gives us a very clear amount to our total amount spent. And also keeps us from spending too much. Let's go spend a battle or two. These aren't going to give us any new information. We can't possibly mess up the pathing yet because there is no pathing to mess up. So we're good to go. Of course, we're using the new shiny golem with his nice new shininess and nice new mana cost. So I almost just hit him on the wrong thing. I was about to target skulls instead of browns. Oh, he better not die to that. It's not the biggest deal if he does. Though I'd prefer he wouldn't. It'd be that's not ideal. It would have been much more favorable if he did not do such a thing. It's still pretty winnable unless he wants to just diff mark even more. Oh, that's some alignment right over there. Wow. Alright, we'll do that. Get another kill. Get an furnace. They're right next to each other, so that should be a lot of damage. Not enough to kill, but a lot nonetheless. Honestly, I almost want to put this guy in front of the Infernus as a tank for him. Because Infernus is a lot better when there's only one option left. Alright, let's keep going until we have the first choice, and then we'll go do dungeons. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see. We'll take the blue, get our skull. Take a brown. Any alignment? No alignment. We'll take a red. You have Infernus. We'll get that down. A little bit of damage pressure. Any alignment? Still none. You know what? It's enough damage. I think we still go for it. And we cascade an extra turn, so it worked out. We'll take a little bit of mana so we can take a skull, so we can then take another skull, so we can then Infernus. And that is pretty much matched. We throw down an AoE. Oh, the AoE's not enough, but this is. Oh, wait, no, if it's not aligned, it isn't. No! Oh, that's unfortunate, but there we go. At least he didn't wipe our entire team by that. It would be pretty hard for him to do so. Gosh, this path is just a straight line. But I think the next one is like the first time it can kind of diverge, so. We'll take that over. We'll grab a brown over there. We'll get a crystal. I should probably check to see if there was an area with a lot of brown. Luckily, that was still enough for an extra turn, surprisingly. I'm not expecting that only 5 to end up landing, but honestly, 5 wild cards is not a small amount. When he starts doing like 9 and stuff, that's a really big number. Okay, we'll throw down an AoE. I don't have alignment on the other thing. You know what, I'm just gonna take a preemptive skull then. Unfortunately, it gives him blue. Throw down an AoE, see if he gives us alignment there. Come on. Come on. No alignment. We got an extra turn though. Still no alignment. How badly? I just want to click it. Alright, let's go for some brown, see if we can get anything there. Alright, good enough. Throw down Infernus. The only problem with throwing an AoE here is the other guy has immune. So I might just keep throwing Infernuses until he's dead. Since he can bypass that. You're silenced. We can just hit the area with a billion brown. No! We got silenced on the other guy though! Oh, what are you supposed to do now? Because I can't hit a submerge. I guess I could try letting it go down. That or just keep poking him with skulls like this. Seems to be working. And he just broke his submerge by taking the skull, so we're good to go. Alright, we have a diverging path. Let's take one more room and then we'll go take dungeon. And it looks like 4 is currently winning if more votes don't come in. So we shall click number 4. Alright, do we have a lime in here? I'll take a purple. How about now? No, but we can go for so many wild cards if we wanted to. Oh, hello, Easy Breezy! Welcome, welcome, welcome. The gem pet from the Legends Reborn. Is it worth it? I don't know, it depends how many gems you have to throw down. I personally go for it every time. Compared to max buying a pet, it's pretty cheap. The average pet to max, like, you know, if you randomly get one on like a Wednesday pet event or something similar, costs about 2,510 gems, give or take a little bit, in order to max. Whereas the ones that come in through the Legends Reborn events only take 1,350 to max, and you get some other loot, like a pet gnome bait and a cursed gnome bait and stuff like that, which isn't a lot of extra loot, but, you know, a little bit extra loot. So overall, I would say it's pretty worth it if you have the gems. It depends how many excess gems you have. Because overall, earlier on in the game, a max pet doesn't really do much for you, even a good one like that. It buffs Tesla. Most of the benefits she doesn't actually get to use, but most notably, it gives her 5 more armor, which makes an already ridiculously strong troop slightly stronger. She definitely gains a bit of a less benefit from it compared to the other 2 good ones, like Tina 9000 and the Bork. But she's already so good that any little bit extra is kind of nice. I actually haven't even used Tesla since then. That's only like a 2 damage increase, so it's not that big a deal. And if you're using double Tesla, it's like a 3 damage increase or so, or 4 depending on where the armor's at. Alright, so what are we doing for dungeon? Can we get the door? Let's see. Door number is 4. The other 2 are in a tie together. Okay, let's see. Is door number 4 the door? It is! Hey, we got it! Unfortunately, I don't really have excess codes to be handing out, but we finally got it. We'll have to hand out an extra code later when we have the cat and dog. You know what? The day that we have the cat and dog codes, we have to hand out a cat and a dog. But unfortunately, I don't really have that many excess codes at the moment until we get more. So we can't hand out an extra for that, but we did finally get the perfect. Let's just make sure not to misclick. I have never done that yet, but I know I'm eventually going to do it. I'm going to misclick on the page. Oh yeah, you got it the same day as well. Nice. Both got it perfect today. Alright, we'll go throw that down. Come on, mana, 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 mana. We'll destroy everything if he'll ever end his turn. From the billion extra turns we gave him. How can you get the book if you missed him? Which book? Oh, Bork? He's in drop table right now. He's an ultra rare in the Glory and Gem drop table. If you open Glory keys or Gem keys, there's a chance you get him. It's not guaranteed, but he is within those drop tables. Hey, you guys will remind me. Yeah, no worries. We'll make sure to do it when we have it. I just need Jetto to send the codes. She mentioned earlier she was having a problem processing them. And assumably that problem has not been fixed, as I still do not have the codes. She was having some kind of issue with it earlier. That assumably has not been resolved. Also, I just realized we just got a true perfect today. Not only did we get the extra Dragonite, but we also got the jewels from the benefit room, or whatever you call it. The boon room. It has some kind of proper name. But, yeah, we even got the extra benefit, which is kind of cool. So we got every possible loot today from the dungeon. I would love for him to eventually land an extra turn. Could you imagine the power creep of this troop if he knew how to extra turn? We would see power unmatched by anything in the game. If this thing could ever just land even one extra turn. And there we go, 120 Dragonite. And I don't even need to click on these other 2. Because we got a true perfect. You know, I'll screenshot it, why not? There we go. True perfect. Nice. Anyways. Okay, where were we? No, I do not want that. It's like the second time you showed me at the stream. And here's the code we handed out earlier. Same loot as always, plus a shark. Okay, so, next order of business. Let's go do Underspire. Let's do every last Underspire battle we have, and then we'll end it there. Alright, so, what path do we think it's going to be? Door is guaranteed in this more upwards area. So let's go there first. Which means this place is probably going to dead end a billion times over. Is there a chance to get any random mythic from gem chests? Yes. Not when there's currently a weekly mythic, but that just ended. But at this current moment in time, yes. If you were to open your your gem keys right now, you would have the chance at every mythic in the entire game unless it's locked behind something else. For example, like Zolgoth is locked behind Power Orbs and Soulforge. Exynos similarly, or not the Power Orbs, but some other resource. But as long as they're not like in Soulforge as like a permanent option, they are in drop table. So yes, almost everything is in drop table. Like 100-something different mythics, including the one we just had, oddly enough. They actually get immediately added to drop table. So the mythic that was just in drop table last week as the exclusive mythic is actually still in the drop table, but it's in the drop table with everything else. Which is why I mention it like that whenever I say the mythic video. Also, wait, what? Wait, what? I've never seen that before! No way! Wait, that's possible? Wait. We just had 3 wild cards in a row. But because there was a skull at the top, the 3 wild cards didn't match with anything. I've never seen that before. If I have done that, I've just never noticed it. What? Oh, that's funny. You know how uncommon that would have to be? But yeah, we had 3 wild cards right here in a skull, so they didn't match. And that meant every single combination of these weren't double at all. I've never seen that happen before. That's unfortunate. We didn't get an extra turn because of it. Oh no. Oh no, no. No. I'm still going this way. Oh, that definitely made me not want to go this way though. Oh no. That did not give me confidence in our pathing. I will take a brown. Get a billion brown. I'll just take a skull first. Oh, so their stats starting to get high. You really start to notice it in like the 5th and 6th section. Like the first 4, the stats seem kind of manageable. 5 and 6 they are still, but gosh, they start going really high. Especially when you don't have as good of a team. Like the team we have this week isn't horrible, but it's far from what I would say is a good team. It's not a bad team. It's not a good team. Let's see. Take that over. Grabbing Furnace in there. Though, oddly enough, I feel like the worst team we've had so far was when we had to use Ketruses that one week. Because there wasn't that many other damage sources. Because if you fell behind, you stayed behind the entire battle. It was really annoying. So if they took too much damage on you, it made the battle so ridiculously slow. You didn't get to see most of those battles because I was away for almost that entire time. Like when we actually reached the harder fights. But they were kind of annoying. Because as you kept taking damage, they kept tripping at your Ketrus. And then you started doing less damage to them. So the more damage they did to you, the less damage you did to them. And it's the whole reason why Ketrus currently is using Guild War. As you don't really have much of a backup mechanic with them. Like a comeback mechanic. Like you do with many other troops in the game. Particularly Mythics. Oh no. What am I looking at? I'm not even going that way. I lost confidence when I first saw the thing, and seeing that made me lose so much confidence in that path. I'm not even going that direction. No. That is about to lead to like 5 different dead ends simultaneously. Like I can't even comprehend the number of dead ends that are in that direction. Has it playing 20,000 hours of Gems of War? Are we up that high yet? I know counting the other thing, we're kind of high. Oh, does it not say it here how long we've played? Oh, it doesn't show on this page how much we've played. Oh. But yeah, we're getting up there, especially if you count every alt account that we've ever made and everything else. We're pretty much at 20,000 played. I think my number on Steam is like 15 or 16,000 or something. But if you count like all time related to like the forum and alt accounts that we've had over the years, I am pretty sure we are close to 20,000 hours play. If not already there. Let's see. Throw that down. See, I told you. Okay. Now, there's the door. So that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me do this just to get some info. So we know that to the left is 1,000 dead ends, so I think I'm going right. The only problem is that could end up being the... It's definitely going to be a room. The problem is going to the right could end up being the merchant, which is my biggest concern. is I'm pretty confident it will be either merchant or boss room. But of course, we need it to be boss room, not merchant. And my biggest concern is I'm pretty sure it's not going to be boss room. I go throw that down. What's it under? Game overview? What is this? Game overview. Let's see. Alright, we're not at 15,000 yet, but if you count all the other accounts, we're way above 15,000. But this account's almost at 15,000. But I remember it can be a little bit misleading, because it doesn't count any phone time. It also doesn't count any alt account we've ever had. Because it only counts the amount of time on Steam. And while we do play mostly on Steam, I do play the mobile version here and there. Especially when on vacation and similar things. You can easily play it for like 30 to 50 hours every time I ever go away. From the weeks when I go away. Alright, so let's go in that direction. Interesting that's not a double path. Are we gonna have a merchant next to the merchant? They wouldn't do that, would they? Let's see. I feel like I have a sunk cost fallacy to go check these rooms. Because we already invested 2 rooms into it. Which makes me want to invest more. But I'm going to ignore it and go the other way. We shall ignore the sunk false... I can't even say the thing correctly. What is it even called? The sunk false fallacy? Gosh, I know exactly what it is, but I cannot say it for the life of me right now. But I will not fall for the sunk... Oh gosh, I cannot even say it right now. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. I just cannot physically say it right now. But yes, I'm not falling for it. Not today. Some other day we will. Let's see. Alright, we'll throw that down. Sunk cost fallacy. There we go. Why was that so hard to say? Kept getting like tongue twisted on it. Let's see. What do we need here? Go down to AoE. Hello, Tone! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. We'll go for the 4 there. Get Arctic Turn, get the Infernus. They have so much Submerge, I have to basically use Infernus as their only damage source right now. Which is fine, he's pretty good at doing damage. Oh, I'd love if we could cast 2 things instead of 1. They keep gaining Submerge every single time we hit them. There's one of those few troops that gain Submerge every time you poke it. So it's almost forever Submerged. Until it breaks out with like a skull like right there. Oh, and then we can kill it. Perfect. How convenient was that? Oh, in all fairness, the skull would have still killed it there regardless there. The sun cost the sun coast fallacy. The sunk cost fallacy. I know, when I was saying it earlier, it almost did sound like that, didn't it? The sun coast fallacy. That sounds like a fallacy related to sunburns. Let's see. We'll take that one down. Actually, I did get slightly sunburned when I was in New Jersey. Because I don't go out and get, like, sun, like, too often. Like, you know, for, like, long durations. And I was out in the pool quite a bit. So I actually got a little bit of sunburn on my nose. Luckily, they did have a shaded area. Kind of like what I did with my green screen, they actually did it with a shade. So instead of vertical, they made it horizontal. And basically, they put up 2 sets of hooks instead of 1 like I have. And they set up like a little, almost like gazebo area, whatever you call it. Like they put up like a nice little sheet, and it has like shade to shade like half the pool. So half the pool has sun and half the pool has shade. Very convenient. And I was in the shaded area after a while because I ended up getting sunburned initially because I was in the pool for so long. I don't like the pool that I have, the community pool at the HOA I have, just because they use too much chemicals in the public pool. Because there's so many people using it, they like overdo it on the chemicals in it. It just irritates my skin. It's like making a dumb decision to relocate to Florida. My dad's been wanting to do that. I've been hoping he wouldn't. But yeah, he's been wanting to move to Florida. Half jokingly, half seriously. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Honestly, he probably would if it wasn't for my grandma. Like, I'm pretty sure he's leaving the country as soon as my grandma dies. I would not be surprised. Like, he's going to go on the rest of his life vacation the second his grandma dies. Because he's going to be loaded the second that happens. And he will probably spend, like, almost every last penny of it. Which I hope he doesn't. But, it sounds like something he would do. It's kind of weird because he's really good at making money. But he is so bad at spending money. He can do it at such a rapid pace. Let's see. Which I don't understand. He's bankrupted himself like 3 times. And then got back to $1 million every single time. Like upwards of $1 million. It's just so weird. Not sure how he does it. But 3 individual times he's bankrupt. And every single time he got back to $1 million after bankrupting. Let's see. I'll take that over there. Alright, are we heading to a dead end? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll find out in one more room. This is either one of 2 things. It's either the boss room or the merchant. I am pretty sure it's not a dead end. It's one or the other. And obviously only one of those is what we need. I'll throw that one down. Grab the other thing over there. Oh, that's a lot of mana to give them. If we're not careful, we could actually lose this fight. Wait. Because of Reflect and everything? We're actually taking a lot of damage back. Let's see. We'll take that over there. I'm taking Skull. Honestly, Reflect might be the thing that kills us of all things. That mechanic that barely exists. It's honestly not that bad of a mechanic. There's just very few things that do it particularly well. But because that's a mirrored fault fight, it has like all of them in that team. Did he just mimic my fire dragon? I didn't even realize that's kind of funny. But there we go. No! We should have seen this coming. Look at that. Merchant was over here this time, and it was over there the second time too. We did it. We found the merchant both times. That's unfortunate. Well, let's go in the many branching path. So which one is more likely? I would say right. Let's go right. I'm more confident in right than left at this intersection. Alright, right off the bat. Let's take a Skull. Honestly, I almost want to revamp this team for the really late fight. I kind of want to go double Infernus instead of the other Magma Dragon. I think we'll get better overall damage from it, just having a second Infernus. Also covers more color if the first Infernus dies. It also allows us to hit through Submerge and other annoying mechanics that might exist within the game. Also works better when there's only one left and they revive off of something and have like 1 billion life. So I think it's about time I replace him. That does mean we won't have Brown Red Storm. But it will get the benefit of having Mythic there. I'm going to do this. We minimum get the red Cascade. Yeah, I think it's time for a double Infernus. We're pretty much just spamming him anyways to begin with. Alright, how do I want to do this? Oh, we'll go for that over there. For a little bit of mana. Go down the other Infernus. Go down our AoE. It's the first time we cast him this entire battle. Yeah, I think it's time to replace him with an Infernus. Just double up on him. Still keep the weapon there, kind of tanks forever. Yeah, not having Infernus would definitely make these a bit harder. He's one of the better damage sources we have access to out of all this. What's the next alternative? I guess we could try doing some kind of sugar shenanigans in there. But that uses the same color as Magma Dragon. I guess you could mess with Taraxis and use that as an alternative like that. But then you're feeding... Oh, I guess that could still work. But I'm just going second for Infernus. You have Ogress, I guess, for backup tanking, but that doesn't do damage. It just helps you not die. And we shall grab damage. Alright, good to go. So using Geomancer to get the construct up. Okay, let's keep going. Let's hope this isn't a dead-end path. We'll find out. Oh, so we're going to be a little bit tight on torches this week. Because we haven't actually made it through this section today. We only have a few torches left. Might need to buy one of those extra batches. I think we'll make that determination tomorrow night. But I don't know, we might have to make it today, we'll see. It depends if we find the boss room right over here or not. If we find the boss room right over here, we won't need more. If we don't, then I'm slightly concerned. We'd have to do some math real quick to figure out if we're fine. Oh, I was gonna say, you better not get that revive. The one nice thing about Double Infernus, once you get full mana on both, they get their mana back into each other. And then that also gets mana back into the Golem. It's working very conveniently. Just spam these things until they're dead. And there we go. Good thing we have 2 Infernuses. Oh gosh, how far off are we right now? Wait, we're too far already, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We find out after this. This is either boss room or dead end. It can't be anything else. Because we already found the, what's his name? So it's 100% chance it's one or the other. Ideally the boss room. Because that means we're exactly in the next section if this is boss room. Because we have 1 torch left and that'll be for taking out the battle. I'll take a brown. Rebarrier. Only problem is it leaves less browns for us to get alignment for this thing, but we'll do it right in the corner. It's the most ideal location to do that if you can. 1 to 4 corners. Only if there's a lot of brown there though, of course. Throw another Infernus. Yep, if it'll click. See if we can get the blade down, otherwise just get a billion more mana again. And you actually helped us with that. Problem is, without a brown-red storm, we can't get as many of them next to each other, but we're still getting enough. I just realized we're up against 4 Leprechaun. Not up against much of a threat, are we? Oh, they are sure bulky. And they love casting their little Leprechaun thingy. I'm just gonna kill them out with this. Doesn't even matter if we don't poke here because the follow-up does, and we don't get any penalty for losing a troop. Yes! Oh, look at that! So if I wouldn't have gone down this path, we actually would have had 0 waste. Because I would have went right here regardless at this intersection. Which means if I didn't go down this path to the right, we would have had exact perfect room here. That's unfortunate. Well, at least we only went down one wrong path. Alright, let's go take this battle. And we're pretty much exactly where we need to be. And if we don't get it done tomorrow, we will have 17 torches to do it on Sunday. Or less. And obviously we'll spend as minimal as it takes. But yeah, we are exactly 5 days completed. With 150 ball each day. We have gotten through 5 sections. So pretty much exactly where you'd want to be. Because that's about the pacing you need in order to make sure you get it done. And then you can slow down a bit on Saturday and Sunday if you were like all the way there. Like if you're already at like 5.5, like, you know, 5 all the way completed and somewhat into 6. Like then you'd want to slow down a little bit on your things. But yeah, that should be pretty good. Because that means by the end of it all, we'll see how well it goes tomorrow, because we probably won't throw the whole 150 down. Because we might be able to save about 50 to 100 gems or so if we tomorrow only start off by doing 50 gems and see how far we get with that, and then determine from there what we're going to do. Well, we'll figure that out tomorrow. Also, tomorrow's the last day of the... Or not the last day, but the... oh gosh, I keep thinking that's a skull! Am I the only person who's been getting confused with the bounty gem as a skull? I should make a poll for that tomorrow night. I could do it right now since it's near the end of the stream, but we definitely need to poll that at some point. Because I can't be the only one getting confused with that being a skull. Are we doing Mega Man this weekend? Yes. I'll probably start around noon and go for like 6 to 8-ish hours. Or not, you couldn't go for 8. That would not be possible. We'll go for like 5, 6-ish hours or so. But yeah, we'll do it tomorrow and Sunday. I'm not sure when the next stream will be after that. Maybe I guess the following weekend after that. But yeah, we'll be doing it Saturday, Sunday, starting around noonish Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, Mega Man this weekend. Oh yeah, we're out of sigils. But there we go. And then tomorrow we will continue. It looks like it's going to take more overall battles than the other 2 weeks, unfortunately. It looks like it's going to take us a little over 100. But that's fine. As long as we hit like the 80 to 120 range, I'm happy being anywhere in that range. Anything above that would be unfortunate. And if we somehow got below that, that'd be insane. Because you have to do like very bare minimum to get there. But there we go. 5 sections in 5 days. Pretty good pacing, given that it goes for 7 days. All right, before we do though, let's go open a few Volkies. Let's open like 12. Get down to a nice, solid number of 500. Let's just do it with the one-shot team. Not sure if we have enough magic right now, but we're about to find out. Let's see. Alright, I'll throw the Explode Zone. Yeah, Gems of War visually has a lot going on initially. But once you get more used to the game, you understand the chaos. Because I'm pretty sure this game, to someone like just looking at it, like looking at end game Gems of War, probably looks like just a bunch of gems moving all over the place and flashing lights. At like a billion pace a second. But, I don't know, earlier on in the game is a lot slower pace. And it's easier to understand. That was the only bad thing about 4 times speed being added to this game. Is they balance the entire economy around 4 times speed, so you kind of have to play at 4 times speed to get maximum loot. But in doing so, I feel like any newer player that looks at Gems of War at 5 times speed probably have like no clue what's going on. Like anyone who's been playing for a while, it's pretty obvious for the most part, because it's overall a pretty straightforward game. Well, when everything's moving so quick, it's a little hard to keep up. Yeah, the game doesn't default to 4 times speed. I'm pretty sure it still defaults to 1 time speed, which oddly enough, 1 time speed, the current 1 time speed that is currently within Gems of War right now, is actually slower than what default speed used to be before times came into the game. It is actually 1.5 times speed is actually closer to what 1 time speed used to be. 1 time speed is basically slow motion compared to what it used to be way back when. Like 1.25 or 1.5 would be where it like used to be. So I don't think we have a 1.25 option. But around that speed is like what it used to be. Whereas 1 time speed is even slower than that. I guess mostly just to make it a little bit slower for newer players, since that's what it defaults to anyways. But of course, everyone who's been playing for a while generally just defaults to 4 times. Or I assume most people. Actually, that's something I haven't pulled in a while. That's something else we could do. Like, what game speed do you play on? I assume it is primarily 4 times speed, as the whole economy of the game has been balanced at that point at this point. But, yeah, do any of you do, like, 2 times speed instead, just because it's, like, slightly easier to figure out what's going on? I did, like, very initially for Guild War. And then I was like, I just kind of got used to 4 times speed. I'm just going to keep it at that. Because it felt a little bit weird switching between 2 times and 4 times. So I just kept it at 4 times forever. Let's see. We'll take that one over. But there was a time I was, like, slightly switching it between the two. But it became almost more confusing switching it than not switching it. Hope no one plays at 0.25. Could you imagine? Play only with auto battle on 0.25 times speed. Actually, I don't even think you can. Doesn't auto battle default to 1 times? Almost forgot about that. Oh, so you can't auto battle these, can you? No. Oh, yeah, they don't have a 1.2. Oh, no, they do. Yeah, 1.25 is like what the game speed used to be for the game. Wait. Why is there not a 0. Wait. There's not a slow motion anymore? Wait. Did they get rid of slow motion? I just noticed that right now. Where's the 0.25 speed? And the other speeds? Is there a different menu that you switch it on, that you can still get them? Because this menu right here doesn't go negative anymore. How are we supposed to do super slow motion? Like, obviously there's 1 time speed, which is basically super slow motion. But how do you get actual super slow motion? Okay, it's still on the gear. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Aha! There it is. The true game speed. Alright, let's go play the rest of this battle at this speed. It'll be the quickest battle we've ever played. Look at that speed. Look at them go. Here's the enemy turn. Just queuing it up. Look at him go. So quick. So rapid. Quickest turn we've ever seen. Takes the purple. Slides into place. We get double skull coming in. We'll take the brown. Trying to get the Diamantina to full mana. Hopefully getting that green cascade. Or triple from Sky. Triple green would be insane. Nope, but the green fell one off from where we needed it. Oh yeah, he's taking his move. He's thinking. He's comprehending what he's going to go do. He's taking a red, which gives us a 4 times into a skull, as we can see right there. So we're going to take that. We're going to cascade that. Probably get something from Sky. So we'll take this right over. We'll get that. We'll get that straight into the skull. We'll get a cascade, like double green right there. If we get a triple, that'd be insane because we get a 5 times into extra turn. We got the single green, so we get to use some of that value. We kill out the Bombot with the skull. Let's see. Can we get anything else? The Bombot creates a bunch of bombs upon his death. And, oh, we almost got the extra skull, but the bombs kind of got in the way. All right, let's see what he does. He's probably going to take that skull. Oh, wait, it's still our turn. We can take the skull ourselves. And as match. And it has been done. All right, there we go. All right, let's do 0.25 speed. Anyways, for our sanity, let's go back to 4 times. That's 0.25. Oh, gosh, look at that board come in. All right, let's see. Where's 4 times speed? Actually, what does it say if I click on this? There we go. Back to 4. Does that change it in this menu, too? Yeah, it does. Okay. Anyways, let's kill him with Diamantina, and there we go. How many more did we have to go? We have 3 more left. Oh yeah, I put it on 0.25 speed. That wasn't us lagging. That was just what the game speed is. If you put it on the slowest possible option. We haven't used it in a while. Oh, we got a Cedra. Come on, 2 more keys. Something good. A nice play-by-play. Thank you for that. Okay, do we have a skull here? No, we do not. Let's see. We haven't taken. Let's take a purple, I guess. And let's match. 1 more key. Anything good? Oh! Oh. That's not bad, but it's not good. It's far from the worst, far from the best. Though, it's still technically worth about 675 gems as far as how many gem keys you give you. You know, and seal keys in a sense. There's a problem with that, though. I don't need any more. I have more than the rest of the history of this game. I am pretty sure. Like, we are never running out of being able to get a mythic instantly, ever. With how many keys we have stockpiled. Oh, we found a Vault key in our Vault key. Well, I guess we're running 1 more. Good thing, because that key had pretty much nothing in it other than the Vault key. Alright, let's see what we get here. I'll take the red to red. Get our explosion. Throw down a good AoE. Come on. Something good? Oh, okay, this is our final drop. Let's see if we get anything. Worst comes to worst, we got 24,000 gold from a gnome and 2 gems. Come on. Yeah, major blue. Once again, not the best, not the worst. Well, we'll take it. Anyways, I believe that's everything. We did Adventure Board. The guild has done the rest of Tower of Doom. Where are we as far as where we are? Oh, we're above the middle half. We did enough. We're actually ranked 36. Let's see, what do we need for 25? Well, if we do like another 100, we'd technically get there. Rank 36. Obviously, it's not much for competition. It's a really bad leaderboard to bother going for. You literally lose gems just to get some gems. It's a very weird leaderboard that makes no sense. But there we go. Any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, I believe that's everything. We got perfect dungeon. True perfect. We even got the extra loot there. We got a perfect dungeon. We got bounty hunter done for 300 gems cheaper. We just need to wait to do the rest of the battles and not forget to go do them over the next 2 days. But we saved 300 gems for doing so. And we did pretty good in Underspire. If we didn't go down that one path, we actually would have had a perfect path. If Convinced Gems of War wants to give you every major orb of wisdom, Orange Orb does have the highest drop rate, which is why it seems so common. But yeah, it does feel like extra common as of recently. Because I've been getting way too many of them recently. More so than what their actual drop rate feels like. But they are the most common one, so it somewhat makes sense. But anyways, guys, I will catch all of you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Tomorrow and Sunday, I guess midday, we'll start doing Mega Man Battle Network 5. It is the last of the 2 Battle Network games that we need to do, 5 and 6. I'm not sure what version we're doing, but we'll figure that out when we start to stream tomorrow. Or whatever the title card says. I don't remember what the 2 versions even were. But we're doing one of them. And yeah, that game will probably take a while. Google said it takes about 30-ish hours, so we'll see how long it takes. We will be cheesing some things with online guides from 2 decades ago. Or even longer, because the game came out probably in like 2002 or 2003 or something. So we will be using some 2-decade-old guides occasionally if we get stuck on some kind of puzzle or something, just to speed up the progression a little bit if it's something really weird. Because there's a lot of really weird ones in like the previous game, where if you went to actually do it yourself, it would take like 3 hours. But if you look it up, you know, it'll take like 10 minutes. So if there's something like that, we will kind of cheese that a little bit. However, I do recall this game went a little bit less puzzly and went for a new turn-based mode. And that takes up most of the game time. Because I think the other game took us like 20-ish hours. This is definitely going to be closer to 30. Because one of the main things that you have to do during the storyline that you have to do several times, I think it takes like an hour per thing. And it's not a puzzle, it's like a turn-based thing instead of like how the game normally runs. It was pretty fun, as I recall. But it was definitely pretty time-consuming compared to the normal, like, really quick, like, 30-second battles that you normally played in the game. But it was interesting. And, yeah, we'll get to see exactly what it was, because I don't remember it fully. I remember it slightly, just not a huge amount. Well, we'll find out tomorrow, and I'll go play through that game. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'll catch you guys later, and thanks for stopping by. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.